Hello, everybody. It's Wednesday evening, and that means we have another wonderful e-workshop for you coming. And tonight it's all about Seduction by Magnetic, the manicuring and pedicuring products suitable for hands, feet, and the whole body to seduce yourself and your loved ones, and at the same time take care of the skin balance, elasticity, and the moisture levels in your skin. Of course, we originally scheduled this e-workshop last week, but unfortunately Sheryl went ill and we had to postpone it to this week, and I'm very happy that Sheryl is here with us. I will also share with you the winners of the challenge of Silvana of 2 weeks ago, the Perfect Photo Workshop, and we have some great winners from different countries in Europe claiming their prizes tonight. Seduction by Magnetic was a project that May and I worked on intensively for over 2.5 years, and we were very proud like new parents of the baby we created, Seduction by Magnetic. So tonight Sheryl will take us into this journey to seduce your senses, but first I have to say, let's get started. The Seduction line by Magnetic Nail Design is a line of manicuring products, high-level manicuring products, all natural based, with all natural ingredients, aimed at targeting your hands and making them appear younger, more youthful, suppler, the skin softer and moist. So in other words, an absolute must for everyone that visits the nail studio or the nail salon, because our clients want to take their hands to that next level game by taking care of them using their different magnetic seduction products. In Holland, we made a little leaflet for our Dutch clients explaining the different rituals of seduction. And that means that we advise to use, when you're at home, the seduction products in a certain specific order and at a certain specific time of day in order for your clients to actually use those products. Later on this evening, I will go into these rituals a little bit together with you. But before we go there, of course, I have to welcome Sheryl. Sheryl is one of our great magnetic trainers. She's a very experienced nail tech with over 20 years of experience, and she's working a lot in the headquarters of Magnetic Nail Design together with me, together with Cerisa and our whole team. And I'm very happy that Sheryl is now well again and that you are here to take us into this wonderful world of seduction, Sheryl.
Thank you so much, and so nice that you are watching tonight. Of course, I'm going to show you the manicure treatment, and it's just not an ordinary treatment, it's a luxury spa treatment, and I'm going to use the great product of the Seduction by Manicure. I'm going to take you to all steps from A to Z, and yeah, let's get started. And of course, with every treatment, you always start to wash the hands. So this is the first product I am going to use. It's the liquid hand soap. And this soap is a very gentle soap for the hands. And it gives a little bit foam to it. And I'm going to show you. Put some soap on my own hands. Just take a little bit of water, make it nice and warm, and then go over the hands. With the gentle movements, just a little bit to clean the hands. And tonight I'm going to show you one hand, because on the end of the show, I will show you the difference between this first hand and the second one.
This is already almost like a massage that you're doing, a gentle, small massage.
Yes, this is the feeling you want to give to your customer. They really come for just a spa moment, a relaxing moment, and that's why you do it like this and gentle. Then you rinse it off with water. And this was already the first step. And now I'm going to dry the hands, the skin, And of course, I'm going to use the Seduction towel.
And of course, it's lukewarm water. It's not cold water, it's not hot water, but it's soft water, nice and almost the temperature of the body, in order for the client to experience a sense of well-being. The Seduction hand soap is also very suitable to use in general in your nail studios and salons. Just put it at the sink where your clients have to wash their hands, because it's really a very soft, mild, moisturizing soap that will remove it's a hygienic solution to any nail studio. Let's go back to you. You have taken the Seduction towel to gently pat the skin of the client dry, and now you're putting on your gloves.
Yes, I'm putting on my gloves because now you are going to do the technical part of the nail treatment. For example, if you want to do the gel polish treatment or creating the artificial nails, then you have to do it before you do the spa manicure treatment. Otherwise, you get the nails lifted. So
Yeah, then the nails get too moisturized and the artificial layer can lift. So it's important that if you want to do the spa manicuring surface, do this after your artificial nail surface. I see that one of our viewers, Janelva, is asking, oh, she has nice nails. Wow, is that Bloody Mary? No, it's Fashion Red, Janelva. I asked the same question just before we went live. And Magda is asking, what if you don't have a bowl like this one? Well, Sheryl, you always have the most beautiful accessories. This is a bamboo salad bowl actually that you're using, but you could also use a glass bowl.
yes, of course, you can also use a glass bowl or like an artificial, how do you say, like plastic
Yeah, a plastic container.
container. You can also use it like that. But I like the bamboo because of the look and the feel and the spa feeling you want to give to your customer. Yes.
Yeah, I agree, and it gives it an extra hint. And you'll see more of those little tips and tricks to make the surface more luxurious and more complete. So you've put on your gloves, and we are ready for the next step. So we cleaned the hands hygienically using the Seduction hand soap. And now,
Okay, now we're going to do the next step. And when you have the natural nails, of course, you will use a file of 220 grit, or you can use the crystal file. This is also a very nice file to use, and you can use it forever. So you have to buy it just once and can use it over and over again, and you can just wash it off and rinse it off and use it again. So it's also a nice present to give to someone else, and of course to sell to your customer.
it's an ideal retail tool because a glass file for people with natural nails is the file to have forever and ever and ever. If you have artificial nails, if you have natural nails with an overlay of artificial products, you can also use it to take away little nicks and necks. But if you really want to file an artificial nail, a glass file is not suitable, or a crystal file. Of course, be careful that you don't drop it, because if you drop it, then it breaks, and then you'll have 2 files, or in worst case scenario, 100 files.
Oops, we don't want to have that. Then you're going to file the nails and do the full nail service to your customer. Of course, you can use anything you are used to it and use any products you like or you want. I'm sorry for the little outgrowth because it takes a little bit more time for this e-workshop. The nails grow a little bit further. So you can do the full nail service, and when you are ready, then we go further to the next spa manicure step.
Yes, Ingeborg is saying in the comments that she uses a lampetkan, it's called in Dutch. But this is what we used to use back in the days, 100 years ago, to put in the rooms, in our bedrooms, a big bowl with a pitcher of water that we could use in the evening to wash our face, or in the mornings to wash our faces, before we had bathrooms attached to our bedrooms. So that's also an option to use, and you can often often find these or thrift these in thrift stores or antique markets, and you can buy them for just a couple of euros, and they give a totally different feel to the surface again. It's important when you do this surface that you complete the whole experience. So put on gentle music, be calm yourself, so don't be stressed. You need to be calm in order to do a nice and relaxing manicuring surface. In Holland, doing a manicuring surface is not the most popular treatment there is. People love to get their nails done with blush or with gel polish or artificial nails, but to go to a nail studio for a manicuring surface is not done often. However, here in Holland, you have a special way to get people into your salon for manicuring surfaces because you work with different levels, don't you, Sheryl?
Yes, and you also can extend your surfaces to bring the spa manicure next to it, and you make it like a high-level salon in this way. And also, you can sell the products to your customers, of course, for home use, so they can extend the products and keep their hands moisturized. Because our face, we used like creams and serums and things like that. But our hands, it's the same skin, but now the hands we put into water and clean our house with. You can imagine that the skin of the hands is very dry and brittle, and it's really a shame. I think the nails, the artificial nails, will look more prettier when the hand is also pretty, of course.
Yeah, and I have to say, because I'm the worst example. I love to have my nails done, but I never take time at home to implement home care for myself. Well, a year or 1.5 years ago, I thought to myself, how can I improve this? And I decided on a specific ritual for myself, because I thought to myself, when do I want to use a hand lotion and a cuticle oil? The hand lotion, let's focus on that. And like most people, I took my hand lotion and put it next to my couch, expecting me to, when I'm sitting at home in the evening, to take a little bit of lotion, to put it on my hands, and then sit there watching TV while it penetrates, while it absorbs in my skin. But that never happened. Because when I'm sitting there on the couch, I'm a smoker, so I'm smoking. I don't like to put lotion on my nails and hands and then smoke a cigarette. I'm sorry if I'm putting a bad example over here. Please forgive me. But I don't like that. The hand gets a little bit fatty, so I thought to myself, I have to find a better way. And I just tell you this to illustrate that you have to think out of the box. So what my ritual is, when I'm at home, when I wake up in the morning, I wash, I go into the shower, I clothe, I do my hair, I do my grooming, the moustache, etc., etc. And the very last thing that I do in the bathroom before going downstairs, so everything is finished and done, I don't have to touch anything at that moment, is use the Seduction mask, because I have dry hands, use the Seduction mask, massage my hands and apply it to my hands and rub it into my cuticles, and then I go downstairs, and that's a very easy way for me to maintain the level of grooming that I need for my hands. I go downstairs, I take my bag, I take pepper, I go to the car, I drive to the company, and by the time that I'm in the company, my hands are totally dry again because it needs to penetrate, needs to absorb, and I can start my day. And I see an immediate difference when I do this or when I forget to do this. So help your clients find the perfect ritual for them. It's not necessarily put the hand lotion in your bag, because if it's in your bag, it probably stays in your bag. It's like labello. It has to become almost an addiction to have nice, soft hands. And if you feel like this, that you think to yourself, oh yeah, my hands are well taken care of. So rituals, rituals, rituals. I think that the human being loves rituals. We go to the next step, because I don't need to speak too much, of course, and we want now to cleanse the hands even more.
Well, this is so nice to hear, because my ritual is when I go to bed. The lotion stands next to my bed, and then I put it on my hands, and then I go to sleep. So it's different for everyone. Yes, now we're going to the next step, and the next step is when some people have very, very dry cuticles. And then it's easy to use the soft cuticle remover gel. And be careful with it, because this product is only for professional use, and do not sell it to your customer. And just put an amount on the cuticle, just for about 1 till 2 minutes, not longer than 3 minutes. Let's take just 2 nails now, 2 cuticles. And make sure you always wash it off with water. You can clean it with the cuticle pusher, and you will see the cuticle immediately loosens. And the dry skin just gets up.
Yes, this is exfoliating. It removes the dead skin cells, the dry dead skin cells. It is important that you never touch your eyes when you are having cuticle remover on your nails, because prolonged exposure to the active ingredients in cuticle remover, in most cuticle removers, can cause blindness. So this is why it is an absolute must. This is used only by the professional in the correct and professional way, because you never want to overexpose yourself to this product. Not on your fingers, but definitely not on your eyes. So please be careful with that. I had sometimes had some clients thinking that this was also a good retail item for somebody like myself. I have very dry cuticles, and I would love to have better, nicer, tighter cuticles. But this cuticle remover is not suitable for at home, because probably they will do it while watching the TV on the couch, and before you know it, you get it into your eyes, and that could be really bad. So be careful when you use this product, and also explain to your clients, okay, now your hands have to rest before I can remove this properly.
There are tiny glitters in it, and it's not for fun. It's because then you know you have to remove it very well, and you have to remove till every glitter is gone.
Yeah, Gillian is also offering to me and also to you a good rule of thumb is never put a product in your eye. Let's keep that in the back of our minds.
So use some water, and as you see, I do not use the water bowl because I want to reuse the water again. And if I wash it off with the bowl, then I can't use this water anymore. So I have to get a second bowl. But when you are on the table and working, it's just nice and easy to sit there and not stand up to get another bowl with water. So I'm going to use the water spray. Spray it on the cuticle and give pressure with the nail wipe and rinse it off. Use a new nail wipe for another nail. Again, spray some water and wipe it off.
Yeah, of course you have to be careful that you don't get the product also on your hands, but water deactivates the product. So it becomes, it is not harm, you still have to be careful, but it's not that bad anymore. And of course, Sheryl's hand gloves will also be exposed to the water a little bit later. So be careful to remove this properly, and also take away the glitter, because those can be very unfortunate if you're in the middle of a gel polish surface.
Yes, now I'm going to use a dry towel, and I'm going over the cuticles and dry it very well. And this towel I put away. So the next towels I'm going to use are new and fresh towels. So I'm sure there is no cuticle remover gel anymore. Now I have done this, I can remove my gloves, because this is the treatment you can do without any gloves, just to have the skin on skin for a very nice and comfort feeling. So put out the gloves, and now we're going to the next step. So here's the water bowl, And into the water bowl, I'm going to take the bath bomb. It's just a tiny little ball. And this is when the magic happens. Watch this. Okay, so you see the bath bomb just soaking into the water, and the smell comes to you, and it's a very fresh fragrance. It's like the citrus. There is an essential oil in it based on real citrus from the lemon peel, and it really cleans the skin.
Of course, the Seduction bath bombs are also antibacterial and fungicide. There are fungicides, so to prevent the growth of fungi. And the lemon peel is also a cleansing and refreshing sensation. So it really awakens the senses and prepares you for the treatment. And it's just also beautiful to look at. It also has a soft skin lightening effect, but you will see that after the treatment is done.
Yes, so now I'm going to take the hand of the customer and I'm going to guide her into the water. And this is very important to do because we are treating her very well. She does not have to do anything by herself. This is her relaxing moment. And put on the water over the skin, just with gentle and soft movements.
If you would do two hands, then both hands would be in the bowl?
Good question. If I do two hands, yes, I will now do both hands in the bowl, and then I go further one by one hand.
Okay.
Okay, just take just 1 or 2 minutes. It doesn't have to take a very long time. And again, I take the towel, and the towel I put over my knees so I can dry my hands over the knees. And then I take it.
And of course, during a spa service like this, we don't recommend the client playing with her telephone. She just has to relax and be overwhelmed by the beauty of the surface. If they're playing with their telephones, perhaps they're relaxed, but they are busy with something else. And then they will also not as much appreciate what you are doing for them. But of course, in different countries, this can be different. Ingeborg says, the bath bombs I also love for my feet. Thank you, Ingeborg. Let's clarify it one more time. Seduction products are suitable for hands, feet, and the body. So you can use them all over the body. They're very soft, they're all natural, and the bath bombs are indeed perfect when you want to do a pedicuring service. Earlier, Magda also said that a cosmetic pedicuring service is in the UK a very popular treatment, and a treatment that people want to take the time for. So you can also use that and do that with the Seduction products. So now you're gently patting the hands dry.
Yes, and good you noticed. I patting, so I will do it again like this. Just give some pressure and dry it like this, and do not rub like this, but just gentle like this.
Magda is asking in the comments, how long does the full treatment take?
It depends on what treatment you offer. I offer 3 treatments, like a small one, the middle one, and a long one. And the longest one takes 50 minutes till 1 hour, but most of the time 15 minutes.
Yeah, so 50 minutes to an hour. And of course, if you include it with a gel polish service, you can book, for instance, 2 hours in your salon. And of course, also don't be afraid to charge real money for this manicuring service. That's the whole point. It's an add-on, a chosen add-on. The client chooses for this, and you have to make sure that your time is properly paid. The products for at home, we recommend to calculate the purchase price times 2.2. That equals out on average that, and then you have the sales price including VAT. And that makes the product medium to high level in the eyes of the target audience. So they're not cheap, but that's because it's all natural, all naturally based and very high level of ingredients, all European sourced, everything is European. There are no strange additives, there are no strange, even the perfume is all natural, or natural etheric oils. So it's a very high level product. And what do you charge for it? What do you charge for it, Sheryl? Magda is asking.
The biggest manicure treatment, so the 50-minute treatment, is 60 euros.
That's a good add-on. So 60 euros for 60 minutes, making it €1 a minute, which should be what we strive for. Although I have to say that here in Holland, we don't really get into the 60 euros. You have to be really confident to do that. But for every price level, there is a target audience. Nadia asks, can you use the bath bomb in a tub, in a soaking tub for the whole body? Of course you can do that, but probably I would need at least 4 for my body, while Sheryl probably needs 1. So take that into consideration.
Well, you need more bath bombs, yes. I think 3 or 4, yes, you need for a full bath. And it's very nice when you have dry legs during the winter time. So it's really nice to use. Also, when you have a very dry, like a brittle skin, it's very nice to use. Yes. Yes.
I see that you already have your next product in your hands, but before we do that, let's go to the homework that we have for you this evening. The homework is make a photo with magnetic products with or without hands and nails. And let's probably make a photo with Seduction by magnetic products.
Yes, of course.
With or without the hands and nails. So perhaps you can clarify this homework assignment a little bit, Sheryl.
Yes, the customer only can choose for the products when they know the products. And unfortunately, the Seduction products are not very familiar to our customers. So we have to work on this. And this is why we have to show them the products, for example, on our social media. And for that, of course, we need good pictures. And that is why this is the homework.
So create the marketing you need yourself to promote the service and the manicuring products. These products are also ideal for retail, and probably I will ask Sheryl back in a little while to talk more about sales techniques in the nail studio, because most nail technicians are a little bit afraid to do active sales in the nail studio. But your clients are searching for professional advice. So it's an ideal moment and also time frame, because on average we spend 1 to 2 hours with our clients. And of course we can talk about life, we can talk about children, we can talk about love, we can talk about the weather, but we can also talk about how they can take better care of themselves. Grooming also for men is more and more popular. Take well care of yourself and make sure that you show the world the best that you are. Taking care of the skin, taking care of your nails, taking care of your mustache, if applicable. For your homework, you have 2 weeks to complete your homework. This means that the deadline is set on the 22nd of May. Upload your homework using the link that you can find in the album called Seduction in the International Nail Talk Live group. If anything needs improvement, Jessica will contact you and you will get another chance to participate. And don't forget to submit those photos. In general, we ask for step-by-step photos, but probably if you are using the Seduction products in your photos, we can already see that you are the original author of those photos. If you do this, you will receive, of course, your e-certificate, as you receive for all of the e-workshop homework that you send in, as long as it's approved by the trainer. But you also have a chance to win a great, great prize. Here we see it, the complete line of Seduction products. The hand soap, the luxurious scrub, the rich hand mask and cream, the nourishing cuticle oil, the delicate hand lotion, of course the towel and the mask brush. That was also one of the wishes of Sheryl, and I will add in a little extra little present for you if we send out the kits in 2 weeks from now. We do all of this because this month, the month of May, is the month of Seduction. You have a 20% discount if you choose now to purchase your magnetic Seduction products from your local distributors. Get acquainted with the whole line of products, and this also includes the Seduction Sheer Gel Polishes. Beautiful gel polishes that give just a little bit of color a tint of color to any surface that fit the Seduction line of products. So this is your moment to get acquainted with magnetic Seduction products. Contact your local distributor and we will continue with the next step. Because after soaking, after cleaning, after cuticle care, of course the next step is?
Of course, the exfoliation. And the next product I'm going to use is the luxurious hand scrub. And when you use the scrub, there is a lid on it. And be careful, you always put it back on it, because otherwise the product will get dried. So you have to protect it against dryness. Then I take a little amount of the hand scrub. And you do not need a lot, just this is enough. Put it into your own hands and add a little bit of water out of the bowl, just a few drops, and then make it warm between your own hands. And if your own hands are cold, make sure you wash them under warm water, so it will feel very nice for your client. And then put it onto the hand, and when it's a little bit dry, add some more drops of water. Now I take the hand more closely, thank you. And then you make the rotation movement, and make sure you keep her hand on your hand. So hold her tight, and then you make the movement, because this feels a little bit more different than when the hand is like this and you're going to do like this. It has to feel very special, so make contact and then make the rotations. And then we have the sea salt scrub. It's based on sea salt, little particles of sea salt, and that cleanses the skin. And now the upper skin removes, so the new skin underneath will give a very nice glow-looking skin.
Yes, it's a very gentle exfoliant. The shelf life of scrub after you've opened this, it is at least 6 months. Magda asks for this, but the shelf life is at least 6 months. But as long as you prevent any contamination from getting into the scrub, the shelf life can be extended significantly, but at least 6 months in a salon use. As Sheryl mentioned, this is a sea salt scrub, so a natural sea scrub, and it contains sunflower seed oil to make it more softer or more viscous while you do the treatment. That's also why a couple of drops of water help to emoliate the substance, so it's easier to massage with it. Beeswax is an active ingredient in the Seduction hand scrub, as well as shea butter. And shea butter gives a beautiful shine to the skin, a very healthy glow almost to the skin.
Yes, and you feel it directly, and also when you remove the scrub particles, you see directly on the skin like a layer of the beeswax, and it stays on the skin, and it protects the skin, because our skin is our biggest organ, of course, and it protects us ourselves. So now I'm going to turn around the hand. Make sure you held her hand. Keep holding her hand, then you twist the hand around, and then you use your hand for these particles. This is more dry, more hard, and needs some extra attention. And of course, you also take her arm. Let me show you, like this. And then you take your thumb under the wrist and put it up to take the elbow.
Perhaps a front shot of that? Could that work?
Okay, like this.
Yeah?
Over there.
Yeah. And of course, these have to be deliberate movements. So don't be very soft and scared. You really, of course, you're not aggressive, but it needs to be deliberate movements. Otherwise, the client can feel a little bit insecure about why you are touching her. It has to be firm, decided, and with a purpose.
Yes, not too soft. Now I'm taking a new towel and put it into the bowl, make it wet. And I'm going to bring this over the skin like this and give some pressure.
Do you need specific massage training to provide this treatment? Of course, here in Holland, the massage treatment, the massage technique is also part of the education that we do with Seduction.
Yes, we do some massage treatments, but not as lot as for the facial, of course. But we do a lot of a few massage treatments, and I will show you later. Yes. Now I'm going to turn the towel downstairs, and every time I take a new
you're
part,
rolling up the towel.
So the sea salt is going into it, and every time you have a new part of the towel, then I'm going to clean it into the bowl, and I twist her hand upside down, like this, cleaning the towel.
It looks so nice, lovely and comfy. I want also to be touched by Sheryl, Nadia says in the comments. Well, I have to say, Nadia, I share that thought because it really looks so controlled and professional. And I love the color you have on your nails, Sheryl, and Gemma as well. What is the color of, what is the name of that blush that you're wearing?
It's the cool cover from the rubber base.
Oh, it's cool cover rubber base. It's
Yes.
just beautiful.
Thank you so much. And
And Magda says we all need a little bit of Sheryl in our life. I agree.
Okay, so now, of course, the skin is a little bit wet. And normally we are going to do 2 hands. And when the hand is wet, it gets cold. And that is not a really nice feeling. So normally I twist the hand around, and then I take a new towel over it, and then I go over to the other hand and do the same steps. Today I'm just showing one hand because I want to show you the difference between this one and the other one. But when I give the treatment, this one now stays nice and warm, and I go over to the other hand.
Okay, that gives me just a little bit of time because, of course, it's all about seduction today. It's all about the best moments in life. Enjoy seduction, and we will be right back.
Seduction for the best moments in life.
Yes, as I said before, May and I, we worked on this project for over 2.5 years, and it was really one of the best moments in my life to do this together with May, and of course with Jaap, because we talked about seduction. The name was a given fact. Actually, May said, this is the name I want for our product. She thought of the name. And then we started to look into, of course, the different formulations of the different products, the different balances of that, the perfume, later on also packaging. And originally we even had a different idea of the packaging. And then all of a sudden we stumbled on an idea, and then out of that this all came. And that period of 2.5 years, on average, it takes at least a year before you can launch a cosmetic product because of stability testing, compatibility testing, to create all of the documents needed, microbiological testing, to ensure that the products have a long shelf life and can be used at home and are, of course, perfect to use. And that whole process took me into the inner working parts of magnetic needle design and taught me a lot about how it actually all works. So that is why it will always be a special product in my life, not only for the best moments in life, but also for one of the best learning experiences and curves with, together with May, so the best journey in life, perhaps, up to that part or that point in life. I have other e-workshops for you as well in the month of May, as you know. So, Deborah will be next week, and Deborah will come talking about pigments and chromes. And chromes can be tricky when you apply them in the nail studio, and Deborah will share with us all of her tips and tricks. A week later, it is turn for Brenda to sit at the tech table and to take you and me into the world of the Shape-its by Magnetic, and then specifically the do's and don'ts. So what do you have to be careful with when you work with Shape-its, when you give classes or when you work with Shape-its in the studio, the do's and don'ts. So an important e-workshop, an absolute must-see. So be there or be square. We will end the month of May together with Sabine. Sorry. Sabine will come from Chartres, France, all the way to Holland, the Netherlands, to Soesterberg, to join me and Gillian in an e-workshop where she will show her hand-sculpted and unique modern element nail. So the month of May, we will have a lot of wonderful e-workshop, a lot of wonderful learning experience for you, and I'm really looking forward to each and every one of these. So now the hand has rested, you've done the other hand, and we take the experience a little bit further.
Yes, the next step is the cream and the mask I'm going to use, and I'm going to use it like a mask. And this mask is really terrific because it's a transparent mask, so it stays on. You can leave it on for the night, for example. So when you go to bed and you like to give the hand an extra treatment, you can use the mask, the intensity of a mask, but you can leave it on. Now I'm going to use the mask, and again you see the lid on it. Keep this lid. And my model just said it smells so good over here because the new perfume is very nice. And we want to give it a little bit extra in the treatment, and that is why I put the mask into a little bamboo bowl. And I'm going to use the mask brush. And now I'm going to bring the product over the hand, just like this. And it gives a little bit more than when I'm doing it with my own hands.
It makes it more luxurious.
More luxurious.
And more a spa treatment.
Yes, yes, I really like a spa treatment, a spa wellness. Then when you do it at home. And of course, also the other sides. So bring the product on, even in between the fingers. And now I need a little bit of warmth. So I put the hand into a bag, and because of the own warmth, the pores will open and the product will get into the skin. And for that, I'm going to use the Seduction gloves. And this is the natural way of giving warmth. But you can also use the warmth gloves if you like. Like this, and you can put it over the glove or take it off and put the hand inside. Be careful, it's a little bit warm. Is it okay for you? Yeah, okay. So now there is more warmth, so the treatment goes a little bit more faster. So you can choose what you like or how many time you have in the salon. And in winter time, this is more comfortable than the other one, but in summertime I will use the Seduction glove for sure.
Of course, and now it has to absorb for a couple of minutes.
Yes.
How many minutes would you recommend on average?
Well, 5 minutes when you have the extra warmth, and 5 till 10 minutes. If you have the time, take 10 minutes when you use the Seduction glove.
Of course, you could also use a paraffin
Yes.
paraffin bath at this moment
Yeah.
in the treatment, because it also gives warmth and, of course, closes off the Seduction mask in order for it to absorb and to penetrate the skin of the hands. The Seduction Rich Mask and the Seduction Delicate Hand Lotion are actually exactly the same products. The only difference is the viscosity of the product. The Seduction Rich Mask is, as the name says, is a very rich, full, thicker cream, now also in the jar instead of the pump, because that makes it easier in use, while the Delicate Hand Lotion, as the name already tells you, is a very soft, a very delicate, light product. So it depends on the type of hands of your clients, which of these two is most suitable for use at home. With my hands, I have very dry hands and also dry legs, so I really prefer the Rich Mask, because it is not fat, it doesn't stick, it's not oily or fatty. It just needs a little bit longer to penetrate my skin than does the Delicate Hand Lotion, but it also gives me more a deeper moisturizing effect, while the Delicate Hand Lotion is for me too light. It is nice to use in the middle of the day when I'm in the office and I visited the powder room and I washed my hands, and I like to use just a little bit of delicate lotion to maintain the moisture levels back in the skin of my hands. When you advise a choice of either of these to your clients at home, of course the Delicate Hand Lotion is in a very nice 50 ml pump that is very suitable for the handbag, but that's really a travel size to take it with you if you visit the powder room to maintain the moisture levels of your skin. But for the bigger treatment, so the 250 ml Delicate Hand Lotion or mask, I would suggest helping your client to make a choice. Do you like a richer feel? Do you like a more delicate feel? That is really, because that's really personal. For instance, on my feet, I like a more delicate product, a thinner product, because I prefer that I don't feel that on my feet. While on my hands and my body, I love the feeling of it being rich and that it's very well taken care of. So this is a very personal choice. It has to do with the condition of the skin, but it also has to do with the preferences of your clients. We still have to have a couple of minutes for this to penetrate the skin, because we want to show you a beautiful before and after. So let's go to the next Seduction commercial, just because we need to have the time to just gently drift away. So we are back, and we are a little bit later in the show, so let's go back to Sheryl, because Sheryl has the hand lotion in her hands.
Yes, I have the hand lotion over here, and the hand lotion absorbs immediately. So you just have to put on a little amount, just 2 pieces of this is enough for the hands, and I'll show you on my own hands. It goes immediately into the skin like this. Okay, so now I'm going to remove the warmed glove. And it can be a little bit red because, of course,
The warmth.
the warmth. And if you have the paraffin, you have to break the paraffin and take it away like this. And you see the residue of the product, and this residue I'm going to use to massage into the skin. And for this I'm going to remove the towel, and under the first towel I'll put the second towel. So I prepared my table for the customer, and then I'm going to massage the product into the skin. And I can keep on going with the massage without the product getting smudged or dirty. Sometimes a cream gets
Yeah,
a
it
little bit.
stays a cream. It's a soft sensation.
Yes.
You don't feel it rubbing out, as it were.
Yes, thank you. So you can keep going, and now you can give the massage techniques. And what you will do is give a lot of pressure and take it to the end of the finger. And on top you give a little bit pressure. So you see the redness on top?
Mm-hmm.
Give a pressure, and then you glide off. And you repeat this like 2 or 3 times each finger. And then you go over to the next finger. And when you go over, make sure the client does not feel you go over. So not like this, but more like soft, controlled, like this.
And you always maintain skin contact with your client
With your
during the
other hand,
massage.
yes. And then repeat the same step. And this makes sure that the fingers who are cold now gets warm.
Ah, it looks just great. The hand lotion, as well as the Seduction mask, contain evening primrose oil, of course, next to other ingredients like argan oil and other stimulants like baobab oil. But the evening primrose oil is a relatively new ingredient, which is really a proven. It aids in skin rejuvenation and also rejuvenates the keratin cells and actively promotes it to keep constantly regenerating itself. So the evening primrose oil is a very specific to hands and nails, keratin and skin ingredient that is really high level, super exclusive, and a great emollient for your hands and skin. Just wanted to add that. And what Magda is asking you, Sheryl, is if you want to make the service longer or shorter, so the bronze, silver, or gold version, where do you skip times? You're now showing the gold version,
Yes.
but how can you shorten the treatment?
Yes.
Which step would you take out?
If I'm doing the gold version, I put a cream and mask into the paraffin bath. Dus that is the gold. And without the paraffin bath, we're going to the silver. And also the extensions of the massage, of course, with the gold treatment. And the bronze treatment is only the natural nail treatment, and then the cream and the mask. So without the exfoliation and without the massage techniques.
Good question.
Yes.
So you're still massaging,
Yes.
you're repeating the same massage steps?
I'm turning the hand around, and now I'm using the other side of my own hand to put a little bit pressure on her hand, and goes up above, and also use the thumbs to make round circles, and then you go to the a little part in between the fingers.
To gently loosen the ligaments.
And
Gently.
yes, but you still give a little bit pressure though. And then also the wrist and the arm. Do not forget to take the arm with you. And for sure, do not forget the elbow again, because when people take a shower and then put on lotion on themselves,
Shall we take the front shot again?
they always forget to take this part. And this part always stands on the table and gets the pressure, so do not forget to take the elbow with you. And lay her down again, like this. Just, okay.
Ah, I'm jealous of your clients. I really want to be a client. I also want to have that manicuring surface, but I don't really like massages though. But a hand massage, I would definitely want a hand massage. Not a body massage, that is always a little bit overwhelming. That's a little bit too much in my aura. But the hand massage is very comfortable.
Yes, I like the massage, but also that's very different for each person. And of course, we cannot forget the oil, because the oil is the most important product of the Seduction by Manicure products, because everyone who wears artificial nails, of course, has to oil her nails. And I always hear nail technicians saying, but what do I have to say? And that they will buy the oil from me, because the customer does not understand the needs of the oil. So I'm trying to explain with an example of the leaves. Why we need to use the oil. So our natural nails is just like a piece of wood. And it exists in different layers, of course. And sometimes when it gets dry, it can burst. So, and it gets dry because we use a lot of water or wash our hands over and over again. And this is the reason why we need oil, so it will stay flexible. And sometimes you only have to show your client just a leaf like this. It's flexible, there is a lot of moisture in it, and you can bend it without it does not break. But when the oil gets out, the water gets out, it will be a little bit more dry, just like this. And you see what happens. It just curls a little bit, the discoloration, and it's not as nice looking as the moisturized leaf.
Yeah, that's an understatement, I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
It is really a bad leaf.
And it can be worse than this, because when I put this leaf next to it, then every client understands why you need to use some oil. Because when you have a leaf like this, it's dry, it's brittle, just you hear the sound, and when you use it, it just cracks. And this is what happens with the natural nail. It curls, and sometimes it curls just from the artificial nail. It loosens. And just one drop of this, I would say, liquid gold, prevents happening from this to this.
Yeah, of course you want to, as Sheryl is showing us perfectly, I can add to this talking to you about the lipophilic, the hydrophilic channels in the natural nail. But in general, it is a balance between oil and water. And you have to maintain that balance. If the natural nail or the skin gets dehydrated, it will start to shrink. And either it turns into, as we see, a dry leaf, or it shrinks and becomes brittle and dry. By adding oil as a barrier, you actually promote the moisturization from your body from within. So the water in your body softens and moisturizes the natural nail, even when it has grown beyond the hyponychium area, and maintains its souplesse, its flexibility, and its health. So it's always a matter of moisture versus preventing that from dehydrating. And the cuticle oil helps with that. Of course, it doesn't penetrate into the artificial layers of the artificial product. That is a myth. Some of us have been told, but it cannot happen because the molecules cannot penetrate into an acrylic or a gel nail. It can, however, enter and moisturize and prevent the water balance from being off by going into the natural nail from the cuticle area and the hyponychium, and then moisturizing the natural nail.
Yes, just in simple words, when there is oil in the nail, the water cannot go inside because oil and water are no friends together. So put the oil in and you can wash your hands and nothing will happen because the oil keeps the water out.
Yeah, oil travels 1,000 times less fast as water. So while water enters and dehydrates, oil will enter and stay 1,000 times longer than water would. And of course, Magda is asking, but if there's gel polish on your nails, how do you do the proper application of cuticle oil? And this is what Sheryl will show us now.
Yes, thank you, Magda. I'm going to use this oil. Of course, I'm going to use the Seduction oil. And why does the technician need the Seduction oil? It's because the evening primrose oil, and it's a very light oil. It's a minuscule molecular oil, and it penetrates very fast. So the working time is very fast, and I'm going to put the oil underneath, like this. Underneath, a drop of oil to every nail.
Perhaps side shot, Gil, can we see it there? Yes.
Yes. And when you put it under it, then the oil goes downstairs into the sidelines and into the lunula.
Yeah, it seeps around the side walls into the cuticle area.
And this is why you give a little bit pressure until under the cuticle, and you help the oil goes into the skin and the natural nail. And this is why you have to do it twice a day. So when you brush your teeth, after you're brushing your teeth, you can oil your nails and you never forget it again.
As you saw, the Seduction cuticle oil comes with a dropper. It is important that you do not touch the skin with the dropper, because it comes with a dropper to prevent touching the skin, like with a brush, because you do not want any bacteria or any contamination coming from the skin or the nails into the bottle of your cuticle oil. Because it's all natural, it is also, and you want to maintain the shelf life of at least 6 months, you have to prevent contamination, because contamination can cause rancidity, and that's of course not very pleasant. So keep a barrier of air, oxygen between the two. So let the drop fall into the hyponychium area, let it seep down where you want it, and then you massage it in.
And show your client how she has to apply the oil when she's at home, because of course you can sell the products to your clients and it will help you to get a better income, of course. So when you use the product, tell about the product and make sure you know everything about the products. Not just that it will be very nice and softens, but try to understand which ingredients are in the products and what it helps for the customer. And then your selling will go more easily. Well, I have one last product to show you, and this is my most favorite product from the Seduction line.
Yeah, Gillian tells me in my ear, and I need to tell you as well.
Okay.
I'm so happy that I have Gillian sometimes in giving me little pointers. Of course, the Seduction products, like the Seduction scrub, do not contain any microplastics. It's all naturally based. There are no, sometimes in scrubs you will have plastic parts doing the scrubbing for you, but it's all natural, so it doesn't harm the environment. It is very good to use. It is safe and good for the environment. So that is an important thing to note as well.
Yes, thank you, Gillian. And the next product will also show you, because the intense cuticle cream, as the name says, it's a very intensive cream against dry, brittle, but also when some clients bite their cuticles and they're harmed. This product will help the cells.
Rejuvenate and heal.
Rejuvenating, thank you. And I'm going to show you that the product is not that synthetic white, but it's more like the natural white color. And this is because of all the natural ingredients. So if the client asks, this is not really white, then this is the reason why. It's all natural.
And it's a great product to use on dry cuticles, dry skin, cracked skin, and don't forget calloused skin. So for instance, if you're like Gillian, often in the gym, this is great to use on your hands to make sure that you don't have any calluses, or your husband's, of course.
Yes, and the name is a cream, and it's more intense than the hand cream and mask. It's more like a balm. So you also can use it on your lips, and of course against callus on your feet. And I like to put it on the legs during the winter time. So you can use it for a lot, but also, for example, for pregnant women. And when the belly grows, sometimes you get the stripes, and this helps preventing the stripes on the skin. So you can use it for a lot of things. But it's developed to prevent very dry, broken cuticles. And you know, every client that comes to the salon and says, my cuticles are so dry and sometimes they hurt, or a little cut in it. You can also use this product just as a single treatment. So forget all the steps I show you. Sometimes your customer just only wants a little tiny amount of the spa manicure treatment, and of course also that is possible to do. And I'm going to show you a small treatment, a short treatment, but with a high intensity against dry cuticles.
Yeah, I have to add from my own experience, I have very dry heels. And sometimes in summer it cracks. I don't know why it cracks in summer and not in winter. But it cracks because my feet are dry and I walk on bare feet. And the intense cuticle cream is like an instant healer. Because if I apply it, due to the rosemary, the lavender, the sage oils that are in it, it's soothing immediately. It's immediately soothing. It's moisturizing, and it repairs it almost overnight. And that is just every time that I use it, and so sometimes I forget to use it and then it cracks, I think to myself, well, this is heaven in a jar.
It really is. And also when you have a baby and it's wearing a diaper, sometimes they have the red skin. Just put it on the red skin and it goes away immediately. Just one night and it's recovered.
Yeah, with the rash.
Yes.
With the diaper rash.
Yes. Okay, so this is a small treatment, the intense cuticle treatment, just a moisture pack for the cuticles. And here I'm using a removal wrap, and I put on a little bit oil on it.
And of course the cuticle cream is available in different sizes, 10 ml, 50 ml and 150 ml.
Yes.
So it's both for professional use but also for use at home. I love the 50 ml, and the 10 ml is really like if you want to use it, for instance, as a lip balm, because it's also very suitable as a lip balm. It definitely is. So different sizes for different moments, and someday in the future, Sheryl will explain to us the rule of 3.
Yes, the rule of 3 is a good way to guide the client always to the middle one. And that's also the bronze, silver, and gold manicure. Most clients take the middle one, so it's just something.
Psychological.
Yes. Okay, I put on the intense cuticle cream on the cuticles, of course, and you can rub it in and then put on the wrap and bend it over the finger and leave it over there for the minimum of 5 minutes. And if you have the time, take 10 minutes. And you can do this after the nail treatment, just only this treatment. You can welcome your next customer, and this one will stay just 10 minutes longer. And after 10 minutes, you remove the wraps, massage the rest of the product, and then you have just a small, tiny manicure treatment, the moisture pack treatment.
Yeah, and it's also true, of course, when you talk about retailing in the salon, if you do not use the product that you're selling, then nobody will buy the product. So you have to use the product during your service, explain why you're using the product, what the product is doing, how you would advise your client to use the product, and then they will get the idea of purchasing the product. And I don't want you to sell anything to your client that they don't need, because everybody needs a little bit of seduction in their life. Let's be honest, to be seduced, what can be nicer?
For sure. And now it's really the bridal season. So every bride, of course, wants to have nice hands, and also the husband, of course. So
The grooms, yes, they also
yeah.
need to have beautiful hands because of that photo with the wedding rings. Everybody has the photo with the wedding rings, and then you don't want one person to have beautiful, beautiful, beautiful hands and the other rough and tough. Well, unless you like rough and tough, of course, but that's a whole different ball game that we need to go into. You want this to penetrate, of course, let it be a little bit. We're almost ready for the end result of this evening, but before we go there, I have the winners of 2 weeks ago. Oh, Priscilla says to us, Priscilla, of course, you know Priscilla also, you look beautiful, Sheryl, and Pepijn. Well, thank you, Priscilla, but I agree with you. Sheryl looks beautiful, but she always looks beautiful. That even early in the morning, she gets into the office and I think, whoa, that's quite an entrance. But anywho, and you were a little bit late because you are building a salon in your home. Well, good for you. That is a good reason to be a little bit late. 2 weeks ago, we had the challenge with Silvana, and it was a very interesting e-workshop about how to create the perfect photo for your socials. And the homework was, make 5 different perfect photos, and you had to use the macro lens to create a macro picture, a 2-hand photo, so a photo with 2 hands, or at least part of 2 hands, and using accessories. Of course, we're not going to show you all of the different homework, and also not all of the photos that our winners sent in, but of course, if you've entered this challenge, then you have received your e-certificate, and we have 3 winners from all over Europe again. Well, that brings me a little bit to the Eurovision Song Festival vibe. Did you watch the Eurovision yesterday? I watched the Eurovision yesterday, and it was quite Eurovision-ish. Anywho, well, I always love to watch, but then again, I also love ABBA. So let's go to the feedback of Silvana. I want to thank all of you for the homework that everybody has sent in. The diversity of the different styles were very amazing to see. I saw a lot of beautiful photos. It was very hard to choose the winners. We have 3 winners though, and the first winner is from Italy. And about her homework, Silvana says, wow, the beautiful nails with the chic sleeves and backgrounds are making the pictures very elegant. The positioning of the hands and nails is just perfect. Congratulations, Ekaterina Brindea from Italy. Congratulations, Ekaterina. And yes, this is the modern approach of the 2-hand photo. This is how you can do 2 hands with beautiful sleeves, and the positioning is very nice. Congratulations, well done. You're one of our winners. 12 points for Italy. Next winner, and the next winner is from Denmark. And Silvana says, you chose for a matte design, which is very bold, and it paid off. The positioning is well chosen and diverse. Overall, a really soft matte look with just a little hint of sparkle. Congratulations from Denmark, Heidi Farving. Heidi Farving, congratulations with your beautiful, beautiful homework, your beautiful photo, and your amazing nail art. Well, again, 12 points for Denmark. And now we go a little bit south to Germany for our last winner of this evening. You see, I love the winners and I love the prizes. Oh, it feels like we're in a telly show. In this case, less is more. The jacket with the blue nails is a really good combination. I totally feel the denim look with this color. Also, the lightning on these nails is perfect. Congratulations from Germany, Soraya Fernandez. Soraya Fernandez, congratulations with your beautiful nails and your balance between the French manicure and your really nice long nail bed is just beautiful. Congratulations, you are all winners. And also 12 points for Allemagne. Anywho, this is what you've won. You've won 3 different blush classics, and then from the Coffee to Go collection, cappuccino, double espresso, and the flat white, the luxurious hand scrub, because besides everything we talked about tonight, this is what you need to make that perfect photo. And of course, Silvana's Choice brush, perfect for the application of blush, but also perfect for doing nail art like we saw last Monday, Lydia doing, and any other applications. So find out what your perfect way of using Sil's brush is. Once more, congratulations, you are all winners. Thank you for competing. We had a lot of people competing this time, and that makes us very happy. Thank you again. Sheryl, let's go back to you.
Yes, thank you. Well, now I'm going to remove the nail wrap. And of course, you see the difference between the cuticles, the excess product. You can massage in. And now it's time to show you the end result between this hand and the other hand just after one treatment.
Oh, I cannot wait to see the difference.
So one
Let's
hand
put
over
them
here,
yeah.
and the other hand next to here. And you see the difference between the little lines. I don't know if you can get a little
Perhaps a little bit. Oh, do you want me to zoom in? Of course.
Yes, yes.
Of course, I will do it wrongly the first time, but that's just a matter of life. Oh, no, I'm going correctly. Whoa, this is amazing. Let's reposition them.
Yes, because by over here you see the different lines.
You just have to put the hands a little bit better in the middle of the... Yeah, that makes it easier to see. Oh, yes.
And
A little bit more to the front.
Little bit more
To
the
yourself.
front,
Yeah.
yes.
A little bit back because I want to see the nail. Yes, this is
Yay!
perfect.
Yes, of course the glow of the skin, but also the small lines over here. Can we go a little bit further now?
Of course, you ask, we deliver.
Ta-ta-ta-ta. Yes, now we see over the lines over here, and here they just almost disappeared. And this is just one treatment, and it's unfortunately you cannot feel, of course, but she really feels the difference between one hand and the other. So sometimes when you're introducing the product, just treat one hand and they feel the difference between the structure of their own skin.
Of course, for you at home, when you want to convince your clients that this is the way to do the seduction, or why you should do the seduction manicuring service, why they have to choose a seduction treatment, of course, you show them this photo. And we have a new style to do this, of course, and that means that we're going to do our screenshots together. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1.
Screenshot.
Here it is. A beautiful screenshot that you can use to promote younger looking hands, younger skin, and the products will sell themselves, Jessica says. Yes, I agree. What a difference, Bianca says, with little hearts in her eyes. I don't know the names of her different emoticons. So cool, Cindy says. Well, Sheryl, again, as always, it was an absolute joy to listen to you and to be taken into seduction by you.
It also was a joy for me, and I also have my own hands treated, so it's a double joy for being here. So thank you for watching, and I'm very curious about your pictures with the Seduction products.
Thank you. And thank you as well for watching. The homework for this week, of course, we already mentioned, but make a photo of the Seduction magnetic products with or without hands and feet, nails, hands and nails. And this should be an Insta-worthy photo to do your marketing towards your clients for the Seduction products and the treatments you offer. So I'm very curious, you already know how to make that perfect photo. Now we have a specific thing that you need to photograph. You have 2 weeks to create your homework until the 22nd of May. I think that the rules are pretty clear by now. Of course, if you compete also, or if you join your homework, because it's not about the competition, it's about learning by each and every one of you, learning how to apply this in your salon, how to do this in your salon and to offer this service. But you will get an e-certificate to show your clients that you know what you're doing when you work with Seduction products. But you also have a chance to win this beautiful prize, the complete Seduction gift box containing the hand soap, the mask, the scrub, the hand lotion, the nourishing cuticle oil, the towel, the mask brush, and I will just slip in a little extra little thingy specifically for you from me to make it even more enjoyable and to show the world that you are doing the Seduction treatment. An important note to tell you is that normally by Friday, this show will be made available also with a voiceover in French, German, Italian, and Spanish. But tomorrow is a national holiday. It's Ascension Day here, but it's all over Ascension Day. And on Friday, we will also be closed at the headquarters. So it will be uploaded next week. So on Monday, this e-workshop will be made available in the different languages, as well as the album that you have to use to send in your homework. Both will be available on Monday. So not before Monday, but on Monday, the shows in Italian, Spanish, German, and French, and the album which you can use to upload your homework. This Monday, because we have a little mini vacation of 4 days. Isn't that amazing? It feels like almost 4 weeks, and I'm going to absolutely enjoy myself because here in Holland it's going to be beautiful weather, and we need beautiful weather. It wasn't that beautiful for the last couple of years, so we really need nice weather. Before I say good evening and wish you all a great couple of days, of course I want to go back to Sheryl. Thank you again, Sheryl. I'm so happy that you were well tonight and that you explained everything about Seduction.
Well, thank you very much, and I wish you all very soft hands. Enjoy it.
Of course, if you want information about how to become a magnetic distributor, how to become a magnetic trainer, where you can find your closest magnetic distributor or trainer, hesitate not and contact me. You can do that through email info@magneticneedledesign.com or send me a private message on either Facebook or Instagram, and I will reach out and try to help you, as well as our whole team will try to help you and the distributors in the various countries. So don't hesitate, contact me if you want to join the magnetic family. For now, I want to thank you for watching this evening. I know manicuring may not seem the most exciting thing there is, but if you know how much effort has gone into each and every product and how nice it is to take well care of yourself. We all have night cream, we all have day cream, we all have eye cream. Now it's time to take care of our most important tools, our hands and our feet. And your whole body can also experience your own seduction. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Gillian, behind the switches. Thank you, Sheryl, and thank you, Model, for being here. I wish you great days. We go on a little tiny holiday of 4 days, but on Monday we will be back, and next week another Nail Talk Live. See you soon. See you at Nail Talk Live.